on the other mask. I'm going to welcome everybody. I want a clean mask. And I'm going to thank people and say it's my birthday and what we're doing and comments. And then James will do stop and go. And I'm going to call stop and go for. Unless somebody can do call stop and goes and make them 1 minute long. We're not going to do it only today because I want to have 7 stop and goes, 1 minute, 4 stop and goes, 2 minutes. And then I'm going to speak again about, hopefully if I can find Michelangelo's clavicle, my lecture is for 5 minutes, and then we'll go back to closing. And then we're going to make closing remarks. And I'm going to thank everybody when we start, and then this is actually a very important. Yeah, come on in. And actually, just start the live stream right away, but I want to talk to everybody. Stay tuned. I'm going to start giving a little talk for a few minutes, and then we have this great event coming. We're not doing food and wine and all that because of COVID. Instead, we're doing pleasurable costume for an hour, and then we'll have a regular food class. So for an hour, we're going to live stream James Bergen, also known as Corvette, dressed in how he interprets Mallarmé's poem Afternoon of a Faun as danced by Najinsky in Debussy's Afternoon of a Faun with the Ballet Russe, which caused a tremendous upset in Paris, and it's considered to be one of the influences that caused modern art, one of the great moments of the beginning of modern art. And by the way, Manet did illustrations for the Mallarmé poem too. You can look it all up on Wikipedia, of course. So that's the first thing, that my celebration, I always called James Corvette, I always called him my Najinsky. That way I don't have to choose between James or Corvette or anything else. He's my Najinsky because of the way he moves. So anyway, and I'm looking at what makes art modern, so all of this fits together. What makes art modern is, to some extent, an inclusion of music, dance, motion. Motion is very important in modern art, the beginnings of it at least. And then, of course, the reaction is stillness, or like abstractionist purists. But I want to start by thanking all the monitors who have helped us get through COVID. And there I have, on Mondays, I have, Joe was watching until his wife got sick, and Joe Essex, thanks to Joe Essex, thanks to Yvonne Medina, thanks to Ricardo Wu, who has taken over sometimes, thanks to Bob Palevitz and Paul Chan, who opened up, and thanks to, who else? Oh, so that's Monday morning. Monday afternoon is Kate Norbert and Chuck Connolly teaching Nicolaides, and Tuesday Rachel Sanchez has been helping me, and Wednesday is Max Simon and Jordan Walters, and Thursday is Brucius, and Friday is again the long closed people, and Friday night is Eleni Papadort, and Saturday morning is Mark Lamanta, and Saturday afternoon also Tomas Descamps and Scott Moy Saturday night, and who else? Who's that over there though? Oh, and Susan has helped me a great deal too, Susan Young. And we have a board of directors. She's next up to be on the board, but we still have 7 people on. Board of directors just retired Denise Oscar and Joe Chambers. I want to thank them for serving for almost 2 years. And we just put on Jordan Walters and Carol Mirashigi. Oh, and the most important person I actually wanted to start with, and Gordon Fitch signed the lease to ensure the $3,000 a month. And I want to thank Gordon because in my whole life, I've really never had a person who was willing to trust me to be able to be a responsible being and to run a business and to be there for people. Oh, here he is. No, that's, oh no, it's Brian. Right, hi Brian, come in. I thought maybe it was Gordon. So Gordon Fitch is the first person who was willing to put his money where his mouth was. Everyone else has always told me how wonderful I am, how talented I am, but no one would ever sign anything for me or help me. Well, Danny Patrisi, the Italian, gave me the apartment on the basis of my having a job in 1919. 78. So I would have to thank Dan Patrici too. He had some faith in me. But basically, no one's ever had any faith in me as a business person because I'm a bohemian artist. But actually, I was the only person to open up during COVID because I'm under the radar. And actually, I was extremely responsible, although every now and then I got into a little debt. And I'm very careful with money at the beginning. Anyway, so the rest of the board members are Bruce Williams, who's been so valuable. Sue Haskins saw us through the worst times. So I got Sue Haskins, Gordon, Bruce, who am I forgetting? Can't read my own writing. Carol Murchie, Jordan, me. Did I miss somebody? Elaine Commodore. Oh, and Elaine was the president of the board. Are you here, Elaine? She didn't actually come to me. Elaine also saw us through.
Happy birthday!
Oh, happy birthday!
Yay!
So you ready?
I'm ready, yeah.
Now, I want to do a different topic, so I just have Rachel call them quickly, and we'll do 7 ones and 5 twos, or we'll do at least 20 or 25 minutes of stop and goes. But we're going to do stop and goes, and then I'm going to give a little lesson on Michelangelo's clavicle, and then we're going to go back to something. Oh my God. Oh. Oh, you all know the famous photographs of Najinsky as well?
It is the fawn.
The fawn.
The fawn.
Not to be confused with the fawns.
The corn?
Fawns.
Oh my God.
Okay, so-
But she's only going to call stop. Only one
Yeah,
person,
yeah.
and you're going to hold it for a minute, and it's going to say go. And it has to.
Stop. Stop.
Oh, I was gonna say, if anyone thinks you should stop before you call it, that would be fine. I just don't want anyone to call go. I want her to keep the time. So if she doesn't call the stop and you think it's good, you can call the stop. But I don't call the go, okay, because she's gonna keep the timing of them. But you can call
These are 2 minutes,
more or less, yeah.
more or less.
Yeah, more or less.
You want to,
Yeah, do whatever you think.
let me know.
If you, when you're going, you can make up your mind.
Have you stopped?
Hello, come in, it's a fine, the model's closed. Come in, Mr. Shi. No water. Right now, no water? Come in, come in. Come in, Mr. Shi, come. Come. What do you say? What would you like? Huh? Yeah. Oh, turn off the water. Oh, okay. You know how to do it? Let's come in here. I think I'm not around here over there. That's our meter. No open water. 1 hour, no open. Okay. I'll go back. Okay. 1 hour. You're allowed to come up and tell me. Okay, good. Thank you. I got it. I don't think anyone's got it. No water. And we need to take that. Oh, you know what we do? What wonderful birthday gift.
Stop.
Three people. Sue, don't you know any Chinese? You know help me. Three people screaming to me in Chinese, don't use any water. It sort of distracts me from all my difficulties, you know. In a way.
Speak
What I'm
Mandarin.
going to do is to throw fabric on top of the water places so you'll all know not to use any water. Sorry, dear, I took your pencils. Don't use water, whoever you are coming up the stairs. Don't turn on water. Don't turn on water. Don't. Okay. That's why they don't want to Chinese in the neighborhood. Because you gotta be Chinese to survive here. Stop. Is somebody here? Did somebody come in? No. Donna, can you sit out here and make sure nobody uses water for an hour?
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
I'll put that in for you.
Because I'm worried somebody come in and just go
Yes.
pee or something.
Okay.
Yeah, same. I heard some steps.
So we could go to the bathroom, we can't flush.
Don't go to the bathroom, you. Just hold this crap.
Hold it indefinitely.
I wish they just told us. Well, it's an hour, so already 10 minutes have passed. They're gonna come up and tell us, so hopefully, you know. Don't use the bathroom or turn on any water. Come on in. We're doing stop and go. We gotta have your mask. Do you have a mask? I do, yeah, okay. There's one there, yeah, good. So grab a seat. There.
Remember you wanted to go to 1:30?
Yeah, just go to 1:30, a couple minutes, but 1 minute, but it's
10 minutes left. Should we do longer stuff with those?
yeah, a little bit longer.
Longer ones? 3-minute ones?
Yeah.
All right, the big 3-minute stop and goes.
And as I said, anyone can call stop now, there are only 3 who can call
If you
stop.
like it, just say stop. 3 minutes.
Stop.
Ooh, nice.
Stop.
Okay, so, thank you, James, and we're gonna have a 5-minute lecture, and then we're gonna go back on for some other poses. Okay, so I have here, I'm gonna just present the things that I use when I teach people. I use bones. These are 3 different clavicles on the left-hand side. This one came from the skeleton preparation, you can see there, and it's the left side. Like this. And when you're looking from above, it has a beautiful curve, but from the front it looks kind of straight. The others are also the same. They're a little bit eroded, so you can't see the articulation here at the sternum is the saddle joint. But I want to take the opportunity to take an old drawing here that I did the other, not old, a couple days old, and show you the sternum, where you have your sternal notch, is something that you can feel right here. And then it articulates with, you've got to be quiet during my lecture, it articulates with, the sternum articulates with the clavicle, but it goes straight down. So that's your central breastbone. And right here is the saddle joint with the large expanded, you can't go to the bathroom. Oh, you're not, you're okay? Expanded point of the long bone of the clavicle with the saddle joints coming out to meet up with the acromion process of the scapula. And the scapula has an anterior projection called coracoid. You can push down and it hurts. Then this clavicle articulates with the upper arm. Now the ribs meet up here with costocartilage and then go around to the back. And what's important for Michelangelo really is the muscles. He defines muscles, and he defines all the muscles around the bone in this drawing, but he doesn't really define the bone. But the bone is that negative space on the other side. I'm showing the left-hand side. This is the other side, the right-hand side. And you can see the clavicle, and then he's going to define it. I'm going to show you how he's defined it. So I have to go to another picture and show you what Michelangelo did. And not only did he define the muscle, but he left this drawing unfinished, so we can tell that he drew first a little sketch of volumetric volumes. I'll show those later. And he drew basically a little linear head here, nothing finished. Brought the trapezius around to insert into the acromion process. The acromion process is a straight line, and it goes off to the deltoid. Now, the trapezius comes around and makes a really strong insertion into the clavicle. This is the distal end of the clavicle. Then we see the clavicle at the point where there are no muscles, and it looks like a little bone there. And we also see the deltoid coming out from the arm, and maybe somewhere in there is the acromion, the coracoid process. We see we see the front of the clavicle, and then we see the pectoralis muscle coming along like that, and we see the next pectoralis muscle and the next pectoralis muscle. And then here, you can't see much, but there's the insertion pectoralis with the deltoid on top. And then he runs off to the other side, and at that point he's making a spot. I always say form, but he imposes the form, coming inside to the field, okay? He imposes the form where the acromion meets the clavicle, and then he roughly draws the muscles in form. And then by sort of a process of elimination, he shows where the muscles go, where they insert, and then you can even see, if you look at it carefully, but you can't see that well unless you draw from this drawing. So how do you learn to draw? You draw bones, you draw from master drawings, you draw from the figure, and what's the fourth thing you do that Piero della Cambiasso's father did for him? What did Cambiasso's father do? So we're going to draw from the real organic bone, we're going to draw from the organic figure, we're going to draw from the drawings of masters. The next thing is you have to draw from the forms that Cambiasso's father made, which were geometric forms, face-like people, and imagine that form to be a geometric form. So that's how you learn to draw, as the Renaissance people drew. That's not the way everyone draws. Let's go ahead back to James, and we're going to do 4-5. James? 4-5.
Okay.
Nobody can use the bathroom because they're fixing the thing downstairs. 4-5 facing, one faces the window, one faces the wall, one faces that wall, one faces that wall. Whatever they are, okay? 4 different directions. First line. But you can sit here because they're fixing the pipes. We can't use the bathroom to do that. So let's put this here. And put this here. And then you can sit here. And we're not collecting. Touching. Huh? Oh, good. Okay, so nobody pays attention.
I see the AC's on.
Yeah, okay.
What?
The
This is
AC's
too
on.
hot, we can turn on the AC too. Keep it too hot. Are you hot, everybody? Okay. James, how do you come?
Well, I like the fan stuff.
You like that? Okay.
Yeah.
Face the different wall now. The body.
Oh.
Good. After we do this set, we're getting to the house for her, Donna is doing the house. Hopefully we'll turn the bar
Yeah, this is great.
The next one coming.
Well, the one coming is right. Go use the bathroom. Go use the bathroom. Someone there.
No, he just said
You can use it now. Also, the let's pull the claws off. You just came up. Okay, so let's pull the claws off. Put them all over the place. That will be in an hour.
So anyone have to go to the bathroom? And last one in those?
And Jason, you look all the way over here now.
Yes.
So they get from the bottom of facing this way. Beautiful. And here's what we'll see here if anybody needs to. Now you can use the bathroom.
And it's available, line up.
And after this goes, I'm gonna ask people to put some of their drawings on the stand. And we still have a part of our hour, we'll look at this, just do one drawing out along the edge. We just go around and we can see what everyone's done. Prepare one, and I'm preparing one now.
Have fun today.
Well, the costume is divine. What a beautiful birthday. You also look up Najinsky, Afternoon of the Fawn, and the photographs, you'll see how the inspiration came.
Midsummer Night's Dream.
No, well, that's like, yeah, the same kind of animal human communication. Animals and humans. And silk and seams. Okay, thank you, James, you were wonderful. We're going to live stream at 5 o'clock, yeah, for an hour. And then we're going to look at the drawings, everyone put some drawings up here for a few minutes, and then we're going to go to Donna, we have a class group. This day is free, Donna's going to pose for us for the rest of the session before 1. Like to do, you want to draw?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I want to see the thing.
Yeah, oh, that's all, put this on here, everybody put some stuff right on the edge. Yeah, just put it down on the edge, everybody put stuff on the edge, and we're gonna see if everybody put stuff on the picture. Come on. And then we see what we photograph of all the pictures with, or actually, you wanna, I don't know, if anyone wants to walk around, we can even show them, walk around.
I don't know.
Or everyone come
It's so
up with-
frustrating when you can't really finish it. So
can use the bathroom, everybody can use the bathroom now too. Finally got permission to use the bathroom.
Is there a mall over here?
What?
Oh, there's a mall, right?
Say it again? Oh, so yeah, there's a mop in the bathroom. Just grab a mop.
I love the water. I forgot my water in the news.
Oh, really? Never put action into like Connecticut, like, stress was there. I know where to show. Big, I know that, my friend, like, they have a bus ride.
No, this looks like a person.
Yeah, like nobody else. They only do this for you. On the hill. I focus on him.
That's stunning.
Yeah, but the thing is that you don't use the towel.
Every side you have to have everything out. You have to turn off the water and not go to the bathroom. You have a spill, a chemical spill, so to speak. Isn't this beautiful? Oh, great guest. Is that you, Rachel? The great guest. Oh, no, I love that person that loves the box just like me. Oh, here's some more of the around the head. Yeah, see what people love. They love the motion. They love the flower, the leaves around the head. Oh, look at that. Nice. Oh, beautiful Antoinette. Oh my God, what a great picture. That's Nicolai's class, Monday, 1 o'clock. Antoinette's been coming for years to Nicolai's. And that helps you with your gesture, your quick poses, your spontaneity, your composition on the page. How beautiful. Okay, I'm so grateful for you for making such a beautiful class.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm so glad you could make this happen.
Oh, you're so wonderful. You're so inventive. Thank your mother. Your mother.
Yeah.
Thank you. She's really, she gave birth to you. She brought you up.
And other people too.
No, but from the time you met her, I was saying how wonderful your mother was.
Well, she's just dying to meet you.
I love her.
I tell her about you.
No, she did all the right things, whatever they were. I'm sure she made a few mistakes.
Yeah, but other people teach me too. Like, you know, like you help shape me as well, and many other teachers.
Oh, you have to get free of your mother, of course, but the mother starts the child, and the child has the capacity or doesn't have the capacity, depending upon how the mother nurtures, how the mother formed the child to accept certain things and reject other things, and to love their artistic qualities. I think the mother has done a great job with you.
I will tell her today. I'll call her.
I love all the, oh, I can't go that far. Oh, I love the dark and light too. And I'm not sure if I'm seeing the right here. I think it's a big face, right? Isn't it? That looks wonderful too, and the figure's there, and I can't see the one with flies going on. Anyway, I think we're getting close to 1 o'clock. So here we go. So Donna, you're just about a minute. The drawings are so beautiful.
Okay.